When you listen to a podcast or watch a video or admire a work of art by your favorite creators, it can feel like the bar for quality content is really high. Some creators never get started because they're worried that the quality of what they can produce is too far below that bar. Ira Glass refers to this as the gap, and I love what he has to say about it. All of us who do creative work, we get into it because we have good taste, but there's this gap. For the first couple of years you make stuff, it's not that good. It's trying to be good, it has potential, but it's not. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, is still killer, and your taste is why your work disappoints you. Take a look again at some of the creators you follow and check out some of their earliest work if they haven't taken it down. It may be good, but it's probably not great. Amy Porterfield is a tremendously successful marketing strategist who helps entrepreneurs build their businesses online. Check out this clip from her very first YouTube video posted nearly 14 years ago.
Hi, Amy Porterfield here, and I wanted to tell you about a webinar I saw this week. There was some really great content in it. Perry Belcher did it. If you don't know who Perry Belcher is yet, check him out on Twitter. He sends some really great content in his tweets.
If you listen to her Marketing Made Easy podcast today, Amy exudes expertise and the production quality is through the roof, and it's easy to attribute all of her success to the quality of work she produces today. Most creators don't start with the best gear and years of experience making content, so how does anyone make content that's good enough to attract an audience? From the audience's perspective, in most cases, the quality threshold is much lower than we think. Most creators can start with what they have: a cell phone, an inexpensive USB mic, window light, and free editing tools, and still connect with an audience. Having really high quality content can be a differentiator, but if your focus is on having the highest quality, you might never get started, or you might miss out on what your audience really wants from you. Podia creators Ashley and Jonathan Longnecker ran into an issue when they focused on trying to make a really high quality online course instead of listening to what their audience was telling them.
I think the big mistake we made with that boondocking course is we spent way too much time making it and not listening to what people actually wanted from it.
Later, Jonathan would apply his own advice and make the kind of content people were asking for, growing their YouTube audience to more than 100,000 subscribers in the process. But that's a story for another lesson. Like we discussed in Module 2, what really pulls people in is how relevant the content is to their problem or struggle. When you don't let perfectionism keep you from publishing, you also invite your audience to grow with you. That kind of authenticity is really attractive. Listen to what Emily Mills has to say about the value of authenticity.
I think the big takeaways for growing an audience is authenticity. I used to think that my audience only wanted to see my work and what I could do for them, very performative. And I've since learned that my audience is actually interested in me as a person, and they like my personality and they think I'm funny or silly or whatever. Show up consistently, be authentic, and the people will come. And it takes time and practice to get better at it, but I'm way better at it now than I was 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Again, it comes back to practice, and those things become second nature later.
As a bonus, if you keep showing up and publishing consistently, the quality of your work will naturally improve over time.
We spent years learning how to be photographers and learning how to take video, and then learning how to edit video and learning how to write and how to organize information and how to educate. A lot of trying a bunch of stuff, a lot of failing. It's bonkers to me that I'm 43 and I'm a YouTuber. I'm building dirt houses with my family in the desert and making videos about it.
Let's take a look at the last part of this quote from Ira Glass. If you're just starting out, or if you're still in this phase, you gotta know it's normal, and the most important thing you can do is do a lot of work. It's only by going through a volume of work that you'll close that gap, and your work will be as good as your ambitions. It's gonna take a while. It's normal to take a while. You've just gotta fight your way through. In the long run, it's not the creator who spends 6 months fussing over every detail and trying to make the perfect piece of content, but it's the one who shows up every week, who gets feedback, who improves their process and quality, who's going to have the most success connecting with and growing their audience. And even if you're not trying to make every piece of content a masterpiece, just showing up and publishing consistently is pretty difficult. In Module 4, we'll get into strategies that make consistency easier. But for now, just remember that you don't have to wait until you have perfect content to start sharing your work and growing your audience. I'll leave you with these closing words from Podia creator Tamkara Adon.
The goal should be progress, not perfection. Your goal, my goal, is progress and not perfection. If you can ask yourself, am I growing? Am I evolving on my creative journey? Am I expanding? Am I stretching myself? Am I learning and doing new things? If you can ask yourself these questions and your answer is yes, then you're doing fine because you're making progress, and progress is the goal, not perfection. Perfection is an illusion.
Hey there, if you're watching this course on YouTube, I wanted to let you know that you can get the full experience of this course for free at podia.com/get-noticed. You get access to all the worksheets, guides, and additional resources, and you get to have conversations with other creators who are also taking this course. Again, just sign up at podia.com/get-noticed.